Hi, and welcome back to KTML World News. Our story tonight is centered in Rome. Now, you might have heard of Pope Benedict XVI. He recently resigned from his papacy. He was actually the first pope to resign in over 600 years. Tonight I have with me Lauren Morell, who's going to talk to us a little bit more about this. Lauren, can you please tell us a little bit about the Pope's family and his background?
Yes. So the Pope grew up in about World War II, and his actual name is Joseph Ratzinger. And his family was very anti-Nazi, but they were very quiet about it. The Pope got drafted into the German army, and he later deserted. But then he got captured by the U.S. Army and got put into a POW camp.
Oh, that's fascinating. So, how did he get home? How did he get out of the POW camp?
He was released out of the POW camp in 1945. And the funny thing is, how he got home is he hitched a ride on a milk truck.
Wow, you know, it's on the back of a milk truck. That's really funny. I was not aware of that. So, he was able to get back home in 1945, back to Germany. So how did he get himself into the priesthood?
He became a professor in Germany, and he studied religion and theology. And he entered the priesthood, and he was a conservative priest.
What were his beliefs as a conservative priest?
He was very strict about the rules and doctrines of the church. And when he became cardinal, he had a nickname, and his nickname was Cardinal No.
Cardinal No, as in the answer like no.
Yes.
So, what did that mean? Why did he get that nickname?
Since he was big about following the rules of the church, he was very strict about birth control, divorces, women priests, things that the Catholic churches really didn't care for.
Okay, wow. So, he basically got into the priesthood, he became a cardinal. So, what were the next steps for him getting into, how did he eventually become pope?
So, the pope before him was Pope John Paul II, and John Paul II and Pope Benedict, when he was cardinal, they were very good friends. So John Paul II made Pope Benedict a cardinal, and when John Paul II passed away, the Pope Benedict was elected pope, and he got his name Pope Benedict XVI.
Wow. Okay, that's great. So, what year was that he was actually elected pope? Once John Paul Pope II passed away.
2005.
Okay. So here we are now. We're in 2013, and as we all know, he recently resigned. So he had about 7-8 years that he was in papacy. So, during this time, is there anything that kind of stood out for you or was really significant about his reign as pope?
There was the sex abuse scandal, of course, and the Pope tried to handle it, but he could have done a lot more to try to handle it, to try to stop it.
Yeah, we've all heard about this, and we know this was a big problem for several years in the Catholic Church. So, you said that he could have done more. What did he do to address the problem?
He was the first pope to ever admit that the church had done something wrong. And he made a statement in 2010, and it was a one-sentence statement, and it was that the church was not vigilant or fast enough to try to stop the sex abuse scandal.
That is fascinating. Well, Lauren, I can't thank you enough. This has been really informative, and I think we got a really good idea of who the Pope Benedict XVI was and some of his history about him and his family. So I think that's all we have for tonight, and I hope you all join us back again at KTM World News.